Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about GPA. Can you get into a PA program with low GPA? Why do schools care about GPA? And what is considered a low GPA? So first of all, let's talk about why schools care about GPA. PA school is very hard. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's so rigorous and a lot of information is coming at you at once, and honestly, the most stressful time of your life. You have constantly, something that is waiting for you to do, an assignment, a project, an exam. Some weeks you will have 3 exams, 5 exams, even 6 exams, and you just have to be on top of it at all times. And these exams are not easy, and there's certain grade that is required for you to pass. For our program, it was, I think it was about 70 or about 80 was considered a pass, and if you fail, you have to retake the class, if you say, for example, you fail an exam, you have to pass that portion of the exam on the final. So you kind of have another chance to do it. However, that doesn't make it any easier because, again, finals are cumulative and the information is just a lot more, and you have multiple exams waiting for you. So it's very hard. Now, schools want to make sure that the candidates that they select are people that are able to go through the program and are able to pass those exams and have a studying skill that will make sure they finish the program and are able to pass the boards. The ultimate goal is obviously to pass the boards, but in order to even get to that, you have to get through the program. So that is why GPA is important and why they look at it. They want to select people with good GPA so that that translates into their ability to go through the program and actually pass it. Now, does having a 4.0 in undergrad really translate to you having a 4.0 in PA school? Absolutely not. There are people that don't have the best GPA in undergrad, but they're able to do really good in PA school, or some people that were able to figure out ways to do better in undergrad, and even though their GPA is low, their last few years were really good, and that translates it into a PA program. However, when you are getting into PA, when you are applying to PA school, your GPA has to be a certain level, or you have to really explain why it's not where the school requires it. So every school has like a bare minimum GPA that they take. And usually, it's 3.0, 3.1. Some schools will say 2.9. However, they tell you that the average is 3.5 or 3.6. So you really are competing with people whose GPA is, 3.5 or higher. The programs are usually very competitive, and not only do they look at your GPA, they also look at your hands-on patient care experience, your volunteer hours, what you've done for the community, and your personal statement and your story, why you want to be a PA, how what do you plan on doing with this knowledge that you're going to gain from the program, what type of PA you're trying to be, what field you want to get into. What is your background when you are doing, your hands-on patient care? Were you an MA, or were you a tech, or were you a nurse? So they look at all of that in addition to your GPA. So it is possible for you to get into a program with the bare minimum GPA that they select. Say, for example, they require 2.9 and above, and everybody else has 3.5, and you have a 2.9, 3.0 GPA. What are some of the things that you can do to make yourself stand out? First of all, if your overall GPA, so there's the overall GPA and there's the science GPA, right? The most important between the two is usually the prereqs and the science GPA. Some of the times what happens is the first few years of undergrad, the sciences that you take, you don't do so well because that's the time where most people are not serious and they kind of take it easily, and the classes are not as hard, so they feel like, oh, I can study last minute, and they end up not doing well. And one thing about GPA that is so annoying that you all know is it's so easy to drop it, but really hard to bring it up. It takes you a lot of A's to even bring it a point or two up, which is so frustrating. So if you are that person that has low GPA, one of the things that you can do is retake some of the classes. If you're still in undergrad and say you got a C in a class, I would highly, recommend that you retake that class and aim for a B or higher. It may not bring your GPA a whole lot up, but in your personal statement, you can explain what happened when your grade was low and what you have done to improve that. For example, you changed the way you study, you changed the time of the day you study. Now you know what is the most effective and efficient way for you to really understand the material and able to recall it later during the exam. And you can talk about all of this in your personal statement. Another thing that you can do is some of the people that graduated, they go back and do post-bac, and they have this really high post-bac GPA, but unfortunately your undergrad one still follows you, and they can explain what happened and how they were able to go back to school, and they are really serious about doing well in PA school, and this is what they truly want, and they were able to sacrifice their time and money and energy to and put it into going back to school and showing the programs that yes, now they know what to do and they know to not repeat the mistakes of the past, and they're able to move forward and really succeed in the programs. If you are that person that doesn't have the privilege to go back to school and retake some of those classes or do post-bac, you have to make sure you shine in other areas. And for example, most importantly, your hands-on patient care. If you have certain number of hours and it's just at the level of what the program requires, you can apply the next year and keep working and increase those hours. And that just shows them that yes, the GPA is not the best, however this person has all this experience and they have all these hours, and this can compensate for that, along with obviously the personal statement where you pour your heart into it. And really talk about why you're the right fit for that program and what you're willing to do after you graduate and what you've done in the past to get to this point right now. So that's the other thing. You can also work on getting amazing letters of recommendations. If you get letters from people that truly know you and truly understand you, and they write you an incredible letters of recommendations, especially people in the medical field, somebody that has known you for years and they have known you grow over time, and they write you a really strong letter of recommendation. Programs do look at that as well, and sometimes that can compensate for the fact that you have a low GPA. I think those are the key things for today's video. So yes, it is possible to get into PA school with low GPA of 2.9, 3.0, 3.1. However, you have to make sure you shine in the other areas. Like I mentioned earlier, the hands-on patient care experience, the community service, your letter of recommendation, your personal statements, they all have to be really strong to compensate for that. Then you get an interview and you kill the interview. So that is the video for today. It's not long, but I have been getting a lot of requests for this topic. I just wanted to give you my 2 cents, and I really do hope that you get in. If you're applying this year, congratulations, I wish you all the best. If you're applying next year or the year after, you have plenty of time to make yourself a strong candidate. Go ahead and retake the classes that you need to retake. Go ahead and keep working in that healthcare fields to get the hands-on patient care experiences. And it's never too early to ask for a letter of recommendation or start your personal statement. So I wish you nothing but the best. I will see you guys again next time. In the next video, I'll be talking about types of hands-on patient care experiences, what is superior and what is not so superior, and what can you do. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.